Hello, I send greetings from lodgehelper.com. In this video, I'll be discussing e-learning, specifically student self-registration. By improving Masonic education within your lodge or your Grand Lodge, the craft will gain knowledge of Masonry and help to improve retention of the brethren. LodgeHelper.com is pleased to announce our new module, E-School of Instruction. This material does not disclose any of the esoteric portions of the ritual. The contents of the courseware is that of which you as your lodge educational officer develops. Therefore, it may be discussed with and read by any brother interested in acquiring more knowledge about Masonry. The online courseware is highly secure as well as its categories. For example, students cannot advance to the next area of study without proper enrollment verification. There are categories of study, such as Entered Apprentice, Fellowcraft, and Master Mason, with each having several lessons developed by your educational officers. A learning management system is software for delivering, tracking, and managing classes, for distributing courses over the internet, and offering features for online collaboration. In many instances, organizations use it to register members for classroom and online courses. It incorporates student self-service registration for instructor-led training. The E-School of Instruction module has a number of features typically found in e-learning platforms: user management, lessons, courses, curriculum and categories management, files management, exam builders, assignment builders, communication tools such as a forum, a chat, calendar, glossary. It's got progress checking, authentication methods, enrollment methods, certificate builders, and registration generators. The E-School of Instruction module is free for a limited time only with a very affordable monthly subscription to lodgehelper.com. Please send a private message to info@lodgehelper.com for pricing options. There is absolutely no setup or startup cost whatsoever, just a reasonable, affordable lodge rate. Let's go over to our demo site and check this thing out. Now, to get here, brothers from your lodge or Grand Lodge will arrive at your private subdomain of this software by way of a link from your lodge or Grand Lodge's website. So I'm going to, I've gotten to the site as a site visitor. I'm looking at the various courseware that's available, and I can see that the courses are free. By the way, brothers, if you need to use this as a fundraiser or anything, you can set this up so brothers can pay you for the class by way of PayPal. You can do that in the back end, and I'll be showing you the back end shortly. So here I am, a brand new Entered Apprentice, and I'm going to go ahead and click on Create Account. All right. So I'm going to set my username as test user. Alright, I'm going to scroll down and click on register. Alright, and it lets me right into the system. By the way, brothers, once your Entered Apprentice and other brothers have registered for online courseware, they are immediately sent an email with their login credentials. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to click on My Courses. And as you can see, it's my first time visiting here as I just registered. So I'm going to click on the course catalog. And I'm just going to choose the first one here, Entered Apprentice Proficiency. Alright, I'm going to read about it. Alright, that looks interesting. And as a matter of fact, I've been instructed to go through this. So I'll go ahead and click on Free, and then Continue, and then Free Registration. Okay, at this point, it recognizes that I, as a brand new user, can only access the Entered Apprentice module until I advance. So I'm going to go ahead and let's say I'm going to click on Do's and Don'ts of Masonic Etiquette. Alright, I'll look through this over as I've been instructed. Alright, scroll down to the bottom. By the way, this module, this text was just cut and paste from an existing document from the instructor point of view. So now I, as a student, I'm going to click on Set this unit as completed so that my instructor knows. And then I can continue to Unit 2, for example. Alright, if I go back to the very top, alright, let's go ahead and click on Home. Let's say I wanted to look at another. By the way, brothers, let's see what we have a calendar function as well. So if your instructor has set up anything for you to look at by way of a calendar, it will be there as well. Okay, let's look at courseware again. This time I will bounce around. Now what we can do, as you can see, it's got our percentage there. And the instructor, when he set up the classes, he could have put in rules so that brothers cannot advance to the next classes until they have completed each one at 100%. However, I don't have this set up for demo purposes, so I'm just going to bounce around. Let's say I wanted to hear about the Prince Hall story. And I'll click on Start Lecture. Alright. Now, as you can see here, this was a video that was embedded or uploaded by the instructor, and the student would just go ahead and click on that, and then he would click it as completed. Alright, and it says, congratulations, you have finished lessons, please select a place to go. So I'll go back to the control panel. As a matter of fact, I want to go back home, and let's see. If I had any email messages from other students or the instructor, they would be here. Alrighty, let's say we needed to, oh look at there, we have a forum. Let's check out what's there. Alright, so these are forums that are, again, were set up by the eSchool site administrator and or the various instructors. So I will take a look at, let's say, this forum here, Prince Hall story. Okay, nothing there other than a poll. So I'll click on Lecture Overview, and okay, how would you rate this? The instructor's asking. So I'll say, okay, that was very good, and I'll vote on it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and log out as a student, and I'm now going to log in as an instructor. Alright. As an instructor, I'll click on My Courses, and I'll click on, let's say, Interdependence Proficiency. Okay, at this point, I can describe what the lesson is. I can create the content, so I'll click on Content. Alright, and then at this point, you're seeing something that I had already put in. But again, this could be cut and paste, or you can even upload files. And at this point, we can create additional units. Alright, I'm going to go back, and let's say I wanted to give a project for this particular course. So I'll click on Project. And I'll click on Add Project. Alright, this time I'd give it a title. I'd say automatically assign this project to new users. Type something out or click on this toggle file manager, and then you can upload files. As you can see, we already have one there. So let me go ahead and click on that. And then I'll click on this Insert into Editor icon. And that didn't go well, but it should have, I'm sorry, I didn't have something set up, but it should have brought in the text. But that's how that's done. Alright, so I'm going to go home, and I'm going to go to my calendar. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go back to the courses. I'm going to click on one of these courses that I've already developed and take a look at the course users. Okay, Here you can see who the students are. Let's see, okay. Let's go ahead and add one. Let's add this person here. And then we'll click on course lessons. So that is that. I'm going to go back home. And let's take a look at the calendar feature. Okay, so here I can set up a calendar so that when my students log in and they click on their calendar, they'll get the same view that you're seeing here. They can click on show this week's event, this month's events, so on and so forth. And then they just read what the event is from their instructor. The instructor says, in preparation of next week's lessons, please read the book of Ruth. And he's also provided a link there. So that's pretty neat. All right. I'm going to, as an instructor, you can switch accounts to make sure things work for you. So I'll switch account to, let's say, the default student account there. And click on home. Again, I'm logged in as that student now. So let's take a look at the calendar functions. And you can see if I just hover over it, it's give me a little balloon telling me what it is. But I can click on it as well and do the same thing. All right. I'm going to log out, and I'm going to log back in as a site administrator. All right, now here's we can see the users. Now we can see the user that was just created. I think his name was Test. Go one more down. There it is. Okay, so with it highlighted, I can edit it. I can assign him to, he can do this as well as far as choosing an image for his profile picture, and you can change his email address. But me as an instructor or a site administrator, I can put him into various groups. So let's say the brother has advanced to fellowcraft. I would just check that group there, and that is done. Now he has access to all the courseware for fellowcraft Masons. Let's go home. Alrighty. We've gone over groups, we've gone over lessons, and I am going to log out. Brothers, that is it. Again, it's been a pleasure. And if you need this for your lodge or Grand Lodge, go ahead and give us a call at 714-8059 on the square. Again, that's 714-8059-687. Okay, brothers.